is farming forward.
Celebrating 55 years.
The time by Sagicor is
7 o'clock.
Tonight in CVM News at 7, 22-year-old battles for life after stabbing incident in Mandeville. New Jamaica Eye monitoring center opened in Denham town and 7 more families to receive social houses. In traditional flavors, is Faith Spence still alive? In the business report, $50,000 grants available for digital startups, while in sports, Jamaica readies for crucial World Cup qualifier. Hello from Kingston, Jamaica. This is CVM News at 7. It's Friday, June 6, 2025. I'm Carolyn Brown. In a bold step towards smarter policing, another Jamaica Eye surveillance centre is now operational in Kingston. The government says the high-tech expansion is part of a broader push to outsmart criminals and strengthen community safety. Shantae McNeil has that story.
The government's digital war on crime presses forward just weeks after investing over $100 million into a Jamaica Eye hub in Olympic Gardens. A fresh wave of surveillance has swept Kingston's western belt. A $300 million investment has seen the installation of 285 high-definition CCTV cameras now watching over Denham Town, Waltham, and the downtown business district. Mounted over the past year, the cameras feed into the new Jamaica Eye Monitoring Center, now live at the Denham Town Police Station. The center was officially opened by Deputy Prime Minister and National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang.
The cameras are there to add to the safety of the community and to bring about a new level of surveillance by our police officers. We think it will be very useful and will make the police work much easier, add to our effect as a police force, and really give greater confidence and trust in the work of the police. It's part of the wider sustained investment, of course, to modernize how we approach law enforcement, crime prevention, and public safety across Jamaica.
Dr. Chang says the round-the-clock visibility will bolster patrol efforts and support the sustained decline in violent crime. This new center, reportedly welcomed by residents, is being hailed as a game-changer by Member of Parliament for Kingston Western, Desmond McKenzie.
And this, for me, is one of the greatest achievements that we could ever have here in West Kingston, is in having a facility such as this that will protect, give confidence, and most importantly, it will increase the confidence, the respect, and the trust that the community have in the police force.
Meanwhile, the Jamaica Constabulary Force's ICT division promises to harness the system's full capabilities to better respond, detect, and deter crime.
We note the significant investment in this project, Minister, and we will endeavor to leverage the full features and capabilities of the system in our bid to create safe spaces. To you, the citizens within the environs who will occupy the space, this is your solution. This is an investment in your safety and security. Your JCF is here to continue delivering high-quality service and be responsive to your calls for service.
This latest addition brings the number of operational monitoring centers across the island to 9, each a digital sentinel in the national fight against crime. Shante McNeil, CVM News.
A 22-year-old man is now battling for life after a stabbing incident at the Willowgate Plaza in Mandeville. Reports indicate the young man was stabbed in the neck during an altercation, and after being wounded, he reportedly ran downstairs where he collapsed. He was assisted to hospital by a passerby, where CVM News understands he was rushed to the operating theatre. The police were up to late evening, maintaining a presence at the hospital as investigations continue. And a fire in New Green Square, also in Manchester, destroyed a section of a commercial building, sending thick plumes into the air, prompting an immediate response from emergency crews. Reports indicate Friday's fire started around 2:15, with firefighters arriving at the scene within minutes of an emergency call. District Officer Fitzroy Donaldson says the fire was contained in a timely manner.
On arrival at the scene, we saw that the fire was confined to a commercial building with a dwelling, residential dwelling as well. Also, we observed that there was a water truck from Mr. Wint water company that was unseen, assisting to put out the fire. And we also quickly got into operation with our obtaining water from through our fire units and used it to attack the fire and brought it under control within a short period of time.
I up on my yard and see fire and just touch down. And I come down on the square, I see chucker parts and tap it. And at the same time I say, jaw the hose. I say, jaw the hose and start running. And go up on top and go on out. Because the big fire up there. And when you did in the house, and sick youth. So that's why you see me end up running. Because I say, yo, anything can happen to you. You see me? So that's why you see me running and did my thing.
No injuries have been reported, and the cause of the fire is still being investigated. Lots happening in that parish, as there was outrage in Knockpatrick, where a man was fatally shot by police under controversial circumstances. The shooting has not only left residents demanding answers, but also a 12-year-old boy orphaned. Shante McNeil has our update.
Heartbreak and outrage has gripped the community of Lucky Street in Knockpatrick, Manchester, following the fatal police shooting of a man leaving behind a 12-year-old boy, now orphaned. The deceased has been identified as Moses Morgan, otherwise called Ussa, a well-known construction worker and farmer in the area. According to police reports, sometime after 6 p.m. on Tuesday, 4 officers were on patrol when they saw a man behaving suspiciously. Morgan reportedly ran into his house upon seeing the police. The police went in pursuit of him and requested a search, during which Morgan allegedly attempted to take an officer's rifle, leading to a struggle during which he was shot. A revolver was reportedly found tucked in his waistband, and Morgan was taken to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Morgan's son, who was reportedly at the house when the incident took place, was later taken from the scene by the police.
A little boy run, come run on my auntie yard, so when he passed me, little boy shot, run on my auntie yard around there, so little boy dropped down. I mean, say, chip, what happened, chip, what happened? Then he say, police killing daddy. A little boy say, in here, one little jingle in a growing horse back, right? That the next police are growing there. When me hear, I also me hear say, dead, get 2 gunshots, one in his back and one in his chest. And they make him bleed out before they take him up. He look about and had a mother seeing father God now. And where they then just bury their grandmother.
She believes the gun found was planted by the police.
So look about and run out and say, police shooting daddy. I police run him, you know. And look boy turn up. See him and then he run and say, oh, no, call, look, then kill me daddy. And then me say, I plant the police, I run down there. But that's why people them feed the crime scene takes so long to come.
Meanwhile, Assistant Commissioner of the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, Hamish Campbell, says a probe has been launched into the matter. With 140 people killed by the police since the start of the year, he says the situation is cause for concern when compared to previous years.
The total number of people shot and killed by the security forces in 2022 was 134. We're now at 140 just for the start of the 6th month of this year. And in 2021 it was 127. So we can see, as we've been reporting, that a very different approach has been taken this year, with over 20 people killed per month. 25 were just killed in May, and we're June now, and 4 people have been killed.
INDICOM continues to investigate the matter. Shante McNeil, CVM News.
In Western Jamaica, parliamentary caretakers from 5 constituencies in St. James are united in condemning the latest delay in the long-awaited rehabilitation of the Cornwall Regional Hospital, with costs reportedly ballooning to $24 billion and over 5 years of unmet deadlines. The opposition is calling for full accountability and a special audit.
It was meant to be a temporary inconvenience, a quick fix to an air quality issue at Cornwall Regional Hospital. But 8 years later, the people of Western Jamaica are still waiting in more ways than one. From East Central to South St. James, the PNP caretakers are calling the drawn-out saga a national scandal.
This hospital has become the most painful symbol of state failure. For $24 billion, we could have built a brand new hospital and expanded care across the region. Instead, what do we have to show? One administrative building and more excuses? Every week, I receive calls from constituents crying, some angry, who can't get basic treatment or timely care. The personal toll is really unbearable. This is not just unacceptable, it is unforgivable.
The caretakers call for a special audit by the Auditor General to investigate how public funds have been managed and mismanaged in what they say has become a betrayal of the public's trust. Rochelle Reed-Knott, caretaker for East Central St. James, says the people of her constituency have little to no access to proper health care.
In many parts of East Central St. James, people don't have easy access to medical care, public or private. Cornwall Regional was the lifeline. Now we've been left stranded, turned away, or referred miles away. We need leadership that puts people before PR and lives before ribbon cutting.
Alan Bernard, caretaker for the Northwest constituency, is demanding an apology and a clear evidence-based timeline.
The time for excuses is over. The government has failed to deliver. We demand that the Homeless Administration and the Minister of Health provide the country with a realistic, evidence-based timeline for the completion of the Cornwall Regional Hospital project, with details of the $24 billion expenditure and a formal apology to the people of Western Jamaica for the hardship they have endured.
Angela Melville, CVM News.
Stay with us for more CVM News at 7 in just a moment.
The Burger King Double King combo. 1 original chicken sandwich plus a Whopper Junior with cheese. Well, 2 sandwiches plus a small fries and soda for only $1,300.
You use the new rubber money. You did say the money can stretch a Burger King.
Me mean you get more food for your money. 1 combo, 2 sandwiches.
So you want I gotta eat whole of 2 sandwich, brother? My belly can stretch, you know.
Get the BK Double King combo, limited time only at Burger King.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in tiny beats of our most intimate moments, to the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion, So, even when things go out of sync, we know what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Thanks for staying with us. Opposition leader Mark Golding, while addressing a political meeting in the St. Mary's Central constituency, spoke of policies he believes will take Jamaicans out of poverty. If the People's National Party forms the government in the next general election, he says he aims to provide full scholarships to first-generation university students, as well as offer business grants from a $1 billion fund. Angela Melville reports.
People's National Party President Mark Golding says his party has developed a plan specific to national poverty reduction when it forms the next government. Golding says this initiative, dubbed a progressive policy for education, is aimed at helping parents struggling to finance their children's education through the provision of food and transportation subsidies and tertiary scholarships.
We want to ensure that every needy child can get a hot and nutritious meal at school every day, whether they're in primary school or in secondary school. We have the right program to provide a subsidy for families in rural areas so that their children can come to school 5 days a week if they're struggling to find the money to send their children to school because of the high cost of rural transportation. And we have the First in Family program, that if you qualify for university or college and you are the first person in your family to have done so, you will get a full scholarship to take you through university or college, because we believe in education as an antidote to intergenerational poverty.
Golding also put forward a $1 billion entertainment fund, which will provide business grants to creatives.
We have a $1 billion fund in store so that the cultural and creative industries, those who are artists, musicians, dramatists, and other creatives, can get financial support to grow them, because we know that this is a business where Jamaica has a competitive advantage, because our culture is loved all over the world.
The opposition leader urges voters to stay focused on the policies previous PNP administrations implemented.
Right now we have a government that has failed the people and that has failed to live up to the responsibilities of a moral government of the people. Put in the work, adopt a serious attitude, stand firm. Them will come with all kind of things. A whole heap of misinformation, a whole heap of lie, a whole heap of false propaganda. Then we'll try run some little benefits for fool the people. But don't be distracted. Think about your children and your grandchildren. Think about the policies and programs that the PNP has delivered in the past and is going to deliver in the future when we form government.
He implores constituents to elect the PNP to serve as the next government. Angela Melville, CVM News.
Clogged sidewalks and hijacked roadways are finally being reclaimed in Hagley Park Road as the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation cracks down on lawless garage operators. Shante McNeil reports.
As the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KCMC, moves forward with its Cleaner Kingston initiative, which began last year, even further steps are being taken to remove derelict vehicles from garage operators who encroach on the roadways and sidewalks in the township. On Friday, an operation conducted in the Hagley Park Road area saw the removal of over 10 derelict vehicles, 5 flatbeds, along with cesspool trucks, which have taken over sidewalks and thoroughfares, hindering residents for years. City Inspector Alaric Francis says this is a major improvement and warns citizens to cease and desist from resuming such activities.
Do not return, because if you return, we will be taking legal action. Not only will we be removing, we'll be taking legal action. We would have seen a number of car dealers putting vehicles on the sidewalk for advertisement and also their operation. I'm going to ask persons across the municipality to cease and desist. The roadway and the sidewalk is for pedestrian and for free passage, likewise the roadway.
He says too often, passenger roadways have been reduced to one way, which sometimes become impossible to traverse based on operations. He says this is a selfish act which often creates problems.
We would have also seen where the illegal garage operations on the roadway have damaged some of the hydrants that exist on the sidewalk. We will be reaching out to the fire department to see how we can restore these fire hydrants. Again, this is as a result of the illegal operations on the sidewalk.
But as Francis issues his warnings, he magnified the efforts of residents who have been supportive of the initiative. One resident, pleased with the results, is committed to ensuring the situation isn't repeated.
I love the work that is being done today, and I'm very appreciated for what you are doing today. I would be very conscious to make sure that this thing don't happen again.
Shante McNeil, CVM News.
We now go to regional and international news.
We begin with news in the region. At the reception commemorating the 53rd anniversary of diplomatic relations between Guyana and the People's Republic of China, newly appointed Chinese Ambassador Yang Yang emphasized that China is committed to working with Guyana to expand cooperations into emerging sectors such as artificial intelligence. More from Newsroom Guyana.
Bilateral trade between China and Guyana has surged over the past few years. Now China wants to work with Guyana on other areas aside from energy, mining, agriculture, and infrastructure. China's new ambassador to Guyana, Yang Yang, said she spoke at an event commemorating the 53rd anniversary of diplomatic relations between Guyana and China on Thursday night.
We are also willing to work with Guyana to tap deeper into cooperation potential and to expand our collaboration from traditional areas such as energy, mining, infrastructure, and agriculture to emerging fields like the digital economy, green development, and artificial intelligence.
The government's quest to revolutionize farming in Barbados to boost food production and combat the crippling effects of climate change is moving closer to becoming a reality. As early as next month, Barbados will begin the pilot phase of an indoor vertical farm project, a game changer for the farming sector. We hear more from CBC News Barbados.
Our state-of-the-art controlled environment agriculture. This farming method maximizes yield, optimizes space, and reduces water use by up to 95%, all while eliminating pesticides and herbicides. The arrival of 3 specially designed containers and 4 compact units on the island on July 4th from the Netherlands will signal the beginning of the first farming project of its kind in the region. Minister of Agriculture, Food and Nutritional Security Inda Rare says the introduction of vertical farming is coming at a time when statistics show a decline in local vegetable and fruit production linked to climate change.
We would immediately have them assemble and start the training here in July. And it's a good thing too, because July is right into our hurricane season, and therefore, as we all know, when we get into heavy rainfall, a lot of the crops, the leafy green crops especially, are impacted by floods.
And in international news, India has inaugurated a major infrastructure milestone in Indian-administered Kashmir, a 270 kilometers railway line hailed as one of the most ambitious engineering achievements. Prime Minister Modi led the launch of the project, which featured 36 tunnels and over 900 bridges, including the world's highest railway bridge, towering over the Chenab River. The route is part of efforts to improve connectivity in the contested region. More from Al Jazeera.
30 meters taller than the Eiffel Tower. The world's highest railway bridge rises 359 meters above the Chenab River. And is built to be impervious to natural disasters and bomb blasts. It's the culmination of decades of planning.
The Kashmir Valley has been connected to India's rail network. While describing Mother India, we have been saying the phrase Kashmir to Kanyakumari for a long time. This has now become a reality for the railway network as well.
The newly unveiled rail line links Indian-administered Kashmir's provincial capital of Srinagar to the city of Katra, where travellers undergo security checks before trains continue on to the capital New Delhi and other cities in northern India. The dream of linking India's southernmost tip with its northernmost territory is reported to date back more than a century.
That's it for regional and international news.
Now, do you remember the days when you had a craving for some good Jamaican food cooked on open fire and your real yard is too far away? One option was somewhere close to St. Catherine from one end and also close to St. Anne from the other. Well, I remember, and an impromptu stop at the beloved spot brought back good memories and I wish things were better. Okay, stop guessing. Find out where on Traditional Flavors. The sign is still welcoming a love for children and for you. But oh, how situations have changed with the times. No rush out. The void cannot be missed. After all, this was the must-stop spot for food. Faith's Pen along the roadside between Monique and Ocheres to and from Kingston. Except for a few motorists zipping by, CVM's motor vehicle occupied the parking area once overflowing with patrons salivating over the Jamaican goodness for breakfast or dinner and lunch. It's almost like nobody not here.
We are still here now. There's a few of us now because, the owners, they are senior citizens. Some died, some migrated, while, some stay at home, can't really come in the smoke anymore. But a few of us is still here doing our thing, and we are still open.
And is not all the children take over?
No, not all the children. No, actually, my husband take over from his parents.
And so you're working alongside?
Right, alongside my husband.
Like today, how many shops open?
Shop open, for today we only have 2 shops open. Only 2 for today.
You and who?
Well, my shop is shop number 7, Fruijerk Island, and Cherry, shop number 10. Yeah, man, she's still here doing her thing. Yeah, man, we're still here.
And then, like on a weekend now?
On a weekend, more shops. Out of the 30 shops, on the weekend, 10 will open. Oh. Yes, but during the week, it's kind of slow, but we stick to it. We are here every day, 7 days a week. Awesome. We don't give up.
Don't give up. What's your name?
My name is Juanita.
Right, Juanita.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Yes, you recognize you. Give me a husband.
Yeah. Smoke still a come out of Cherry stove. I mean, wood fire. The real deal, one of the best in the business. Dutch pots still shine like looking glass. Food still mouth-watering, although less options. Curry goat, no bother with them something much.
Weekend time.
Only weekend time. Cause it not so wonderful.
Not so bossy, right?
Not so bossy. But it's still a hold on.
Yeah.
But Cherry there?
She's in the market as we speak.
I prepare for a weekend?
Yeah.
Alright. What's your name again?
I'm Robert.
Robert, yeah man. All the juice them you say so full of juice.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, just further down the stretch, caught off guard.
Oh, go on. Normally when one vehicle stop and people come out, you see people get up and walk. You see what going with that phone there? Yeah. That phone there, normally when people stop for buy can, we know what going right away. Yeah. What going? What you have in iPad there? Yeah. Are you spot this? Yeah. So we have a program called Traditional Flavors at CVM TV, and so we have to stop and we have to talk to people to see what going. Good day. Hi, how are you? Good. You buying? Are you regular spot this? Are you regular spot? She said you know what she wants. Set her up now, set her up. What kind of soup you have today? Eh? Hey! thing, no man. Go on with your thing. Go on with your thing. So you're not buying any corn today?
No, I'm not buying the corn today. The original face been out that way.
Up there, so but since the highway,
yes.
But you come here so all the time?
All the time.
Why do you come here all the time?
Because my top chef is right here.
To be continued.
Still more to come. Do stay with us.
Here from KFC, available for a limited time. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
The Time by KFC is...
Jamaica, Relay for Life is back. Join the Jamaica Cancer Society on Saturday, June 7 at the Police Officers Club in Kingston. And let's walk, dance, and celebrate life together. From 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., we're honoring survivors, remembering loved ones, and standing strong in the fight against cancer. We'll have lots of prizes and surprises for the best teams. So form a team, purchase Luminaria bags, and let's relay for life. To register your team, visit www.jcs.live or call 876-927-3317. Brought to you by the Jamaica Cancer Society. Walking together with hope.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other, with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in tiny beats of our most intimate moments, to the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So, even when things go out of sync, we know what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm, because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
And we go right away to our business report with Joel Crossgill.
Lots to share with you in the business report today, relating to bi-regional collaboration as patterns in weather and geopolitics change across the globe. The first of its kind European Union, Latin America and the Caribbean EU-LAC Digital Alliance High-Level Policy Dialogue proved to be the launchpad for twin initiatives within long-term partnerships that continue to deepen, with the design of programs to address key areas of regional vulnerability as described by EU Ambassador to Jamaica, Her Excellency Dr. Aria Ascola.
I think that the first day of this dialogue already showed that there is a lot of interest in this area, and why we have decided to work and to create digitalization as a central pillar of our cooperation in the Caribbean region. It's because we believe in the high potential for impact. And today we'll also explore how digital tools can help deliver better weather services and improve the way countries prepare and respond to disasters. And this is very important, especially that we are entering now the hurricane season. And in this context, we are leveraging European flagship programs and tools such as the Copernicus, which is a satellite imaging service, and the Destination Earth, which is an Earth observation system that we have put in place in Europe.
with some uncertainty surrounding the future availability of meteorological data emerging from the United States, as well as the accuracy of existing climate change models. Principal of the Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology, Dr. David Farrell, explains the significance of the region in developing improved capacity to observe climate-related impacts on a global scale.
Global climate is influenced heavily by the climate of the tropics. And so if you don't understand the climate of the tropics, you have a problem with predicting global climates. Copernicus is interesting because CIMH uses Copernicus a lot, the tools. But I had an interesting request from a young Jamaican scientist who asked a question about Copernicus and accessing a lot of Copernicus data to look at microplastics in the oceans and to really map microplastics across the ocean space. And this is the level at which Copernicus is becoming now widely used in the Caribbean. Lots of young people are starting to look at it. The EU has played a role and is currently playing a role in advancing the climate outlooks. The EU, through the CLIMSA program, Climate Services and Applications program, has committed 9 million euros to supporting climate services in the region. And those climate services are going to strengthen the preparedness of people in the agriculture sector, the water sector, the health sector. But they're also providing services to other sectors. In Jamaica, the CLIMSA program is supporting the water sector. And it is hoping that we build a more resilient water sector in Jamaica, but that the knowledge gained in working in Jamaica extends to the entire region.
European financial institutions and the LAC branch of the Digital for Development Hub. The alliance will also provide for the participation of other stakeholders, such as the private sector, research and academic networks, as well as other special actors from both regions.
4 of our member states have contributed to this alliance and have co-financed parts of it. And these are Germany, France, Estonia, and Spain. So without our member states' contributions and without their involvement, this alliance would not be as powerful as it is now.
And we have been doing a lot of that work with European institutions as well. For example, we've been working with the Max Planck Institute, the Sorbonne in France, and other European entities looking at, through what we call the Eureka program, we're not just having research ships and research aircraft from Europe operating in the region, we're also having young people come into the region and work and develop skills within the region, earn master's degrees and PhDs. They're also interacting with our youth, and that helps to strengthen and broaden collaboration, not now, but well into the future.
The second program that we will be highlighting today, and we have been highlighting in this dialogue, is the EU LUC Digital Accelerator. It's a program that is designed to foster digital innovation through stronger collaboration between startups and corporations across both regions.
Which brings us to the second program within the initiative that seeks to pair Jamaican and regional startups with European corporates to promote digitally focused joint ventures.
One of the things that we've recognized when we began implementing the accelerator in the Caribbean is that most startups don't lack ideas, they lack capital. The EU LAC Digital Accelerator offers a fantastic opportunity, access to world-class partners, expert mentoring, and connections to corporates. But the reality is that some startups, especially in our region, simply aren't in position to fully develop solutions without upfront support. They need financial backing to prototype, test, and scale.
First, Leo Knott, Deputy Executive Director of the Caribbean Export Development Agency, and then Dr. David Lowe, Managing Director of the Development Bank of Jamaica, spoke of how the capital needed to turn concepts into scalable products is being approached.
This is more than a financial program. It's all about building a culture of innovation, which is so important, where established companies can access new ideas,